Hey guys, this is Boss. Wanted to talk just a little bit or just share some information that I feel is important for being a consistent coyote hunter and is basic fundamentals because if you're using sounds or you're out there using a call, the fundamentals really determine your success and the quality of the success and the consistency of your success out in the field as far as I'm concerned. And I'm pretty sure that other coyote hunters, even if they haven't thought about it, I'm sure they do pay attention to these three things. I call them the three S's. It's scent, sight, and sound. In whatever order, doesn't matter to me. But if you're paying attention to these three fundamental things, then you can very effectively use other methods to bring coyotes in a more consistent manner. So this last one, that I think is probably one of the most important. It's scent. Okay, a coyote can smell a tremendously long ways away. All right, and they can smell for a tremendous amount of time that scent has passed. So if you walk through an area, your scent is being spread via the wind, and they can smell it at great distances and for long periods after you've left even. They'll come and investigate a lot of times a stand that you've been in to check out what's going on, especially if they scented you earlier. So it's something that is always in the forefront of my mind whenever I set up a stand, and even when I'm going to go out and hunt a particular property. I'm always looking at the wind, and there's a great app called windy.com, and it's probably the best tool. Another guy turned me on to it. I wish I knew his name so I could give him credit for it. But I used to use an online app, and this one is just way better. And it really helps me determine where I'm going. And that has increased the probability of success in my hunts dramatically. Knowing where the wind is going, paying attention to that. And when I double check it when I get on site. So one of the things that I think catches up a lot of guys, and I know I was guilty of this when I first started coyote hunting, is that I really didn't pay attention to wind. I didn't pay attention to where my scent was going, and I was getting really, really just brutally horrible results. And once I started kind of identifying and paying attention to where my scent is going, dramatically improved my results in the field. Made a massive difference, and I still pay attention to it today. I don't even go out onto a stand unless the wind is in my favor, and I will hunt crosswinds, etc. But when I approach my stand, I'm consistently thinking about where is my scent going. And you're going to see things like guys say they got downwind of me or they got in my scent cone, etc. So you have to think of wind as your scent, and wind is not going in a straight line. A lot of guys just think, okay, if I'm here, then they can smell me over here. Not totally true. Okay, your scent, you think about oil kind of coming down into a stream of water. Okay, now that oil isn't going to go in a straight line, right? It's going to widen out. And if it hits an object in the way, it's going to work around it just like water. And the scent does the same thing. It will move around trees and bushes. If there's a gully or something, they'll slide down in it, go this way, and your scent might be heading this way, and it hits a gully and now it's going out this way. All right, so it's really critical to always be looking at your surroundings and trying to figure out where is my scent going to go. Okay, because those are areas that if a coyote gets into, they're just going to turn around and go. So when you're calling in a coyote, you see it coming, know where you think your edge of your scent cone is and be prepared to shoot it prior to that. Because if it hits that, you're probably going to lose that coyote. I've watched them in total darkness come in, and just fast. I can't get them. They're coming in off sagebrush, and I see them hit my scent cone and turn around and just bust out of there. And it's like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have taken that running shot or tried to bark stop them a little earlier. So, scent is one of those things that is absolutely critical. And if you don't think a coyote can smell very well, you got to consider that canines, just normal canines, domesticated dogs, can smell cancer in urine. All right? They've trained them to do that, and they're saturated with human scent all day long. Okay, they don't need to survive off their scent. I mean, they've got a pretty cushy life. A coyote has to survive off the three tools that they've got in their pocket, right? Scent, sight, and sound. So its ability to smell is dramatically improved, and it's a heightened sense as compared to a normal canine because they're not saturated with odd scents. So when they smell something weird, it's going to get their attention unless you're talking about a young coyote that doesn't know what a human is. They haven't been shot at before. They haven't been harassed by a human. Well, then you may get that one to come in. But any kind of educated dog, you're going to have real difficulties bringing them in if they smell you. So it's something that is always in the front of my mind. And guys will say, hey, how about that scent spray? Well, I'm a smoker. Okay, I will smoke on the way to my stand. I will smoke after my stand. I'll have a celebratory cigarette after I kill a coyote, you know? And so the thing is, and I kill tons of coyotes, you're not going to fool a coyote on scent. All right? There's just too many odors. Your breath. There's just your hair. You can put your stuff in a bag and leave it outside and with leaves or sagebrush in there. It doesn't matter. You have too many scents attached to you that it's my firm belief that you're just not going to trick a coyote. So you really, really should be thinking about the wind. And if you can use that wind to your advantage and set yourself up in a way that a coyote is not going to get into your scent pattern or scent cone, you're going to increase your odds and consistency out in the field. It's one of the basic fundamentals that I absolutely believe is primary, even over sound and sight. Those two things are critical, but I think scent is something that just tremendously gets overlooked, and it's critical for success in the field, in my opinion. So anyways, I can't hardly wait to start doing a video on sounds. And, you guys feel free to leave some comments here, suggestions for the guys that are just learning how to coyote hunt and putting it all together, trying to make sense of it. And we'll start coming out with some sound videos that hopefully help you guys kind of organize in your mind how you might want to lay out your sound sequences, etc., because it does make a difference. You can go out there and play rabbit, you can go out there and do vocals, and you can get kills, but if you can think about how you want to organize certain sound sequences, it really, for me anyways, has dramatically improved my kill ratio. And I should say it's dramatically improved the number of coyotes that actually come into stand. So anyways, thanks for checking in. I love coyote hunting, and I can't wait to get on with sounds because it's a huge thing for me. You guys have a good one.